So Peepers is in the city, right? You'll notice that we all just kind of already at the city, but I just drove through it. I'm going to do the same now. This time we're going to stop and get out. Walk around the residential district, I think it's called. Pedestrian district. There you go. Which I think is another really cool little area. It's like fairly dense, but there's enough stuff going on that makes it feel like a live location. But then again, most of this game does a pretty good job of that. You notice there's a lot of ground traffic and things like that. You can't really interact with any of it.
Look at the pedestrian district one of these days.
I think this is the pedestrian district. It is. There's a lot of ground traffic and air traffic and things like that, which makes it feel like a lively, busy planet, even though what you can actually do and interact with is very limited. This is pretty good though, because this is our introduction to the public opinion.
Yup, it's those DOMs again. We're all in for it.
They're all worried about the DOMs.
In the Hillian word, they say that the Iris network is behind all.
They think the Iris network is trouble.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And they think the DOMs,
Good thing we've got
the alpha sections, are good, and they'll protect everyone. This is like your first introduction to like the public opinion. And through the course of the game, of course, as you'd expect, as you go through and finish different things, hey, I had no idea he was here. I'll talk to him in a minute. But over the course of the game, as you go through all the different things and like start finding out stuff and sending the messages around to different people, getting the word out, public opinion actually changes. Surprisingly, people listen to the media on this planet. And believe them when they say that the alpha sections are bad, and that's mainly because they post proof. They have like actual photos of sketchy shit going on, and as the public opinion changes, it actually, you know, at the time, it made people like, I thought it was pretty good. It made it feel like it was an actual place where the actions you were doing were actually having an effect. Public opinion changes, the city itself changes, the DOMs. The alpha section's presence becomes more and more obvious on the streets as they strive to maintain control. It's really good. And the Iris network, of course, the thing that you're working for, becomes fairly popular. It's nice. Anyway, let's say hello to this guy. There you go. That wasn't who I thought it was. That's fine. Oh, there's so many people to talk to. You can always say the little thing. This is the secret password of the Iris section thing. You can say it to different people. There's not much point, because they at the start of the game they don't recognize it, and once you're far enough into the game, they do, but at that point everybody's rooting for you.
Get a bit thirsty all of a sudden. Not you?
See, there's all this stuff you can go down and explore as well. There's actually a little market there, and I love that. Actually, I'm gonna go check that out now before we go in and move on with the story. Yeah, I think so. Because, you know, once again, it's another thing that I think the game did really well. You see, you've got all these like little market stalls and things like that, and the way it works is you go up to this, you say, "Hi Nori," you put your card in this machine,
count identification,
and then you take whatever you want from the shelf, and you put it into your little bag thing. You'll notice that the start costs immediately refill, but nothing else. Well, like maybe the K-Puffs do, or whatever they're called, do as well. But the main items don't. But like she restocks and gets items back again eventually. I'm just gonna buy everything that she has for sale while I can. There. And I could buy Star Ghosts as well, or K-Puffs as well, but I don't need any. I think 2 packs of them is enough.
Access reserved to residents or those possessing a city pass.
So there you go. I'm not allowed through that way. I have to go back. Which is fine. That's all I want to show you. I like that little market stall. I think things like that are really good. Like, it's not just bringing up a menu and being like, oh, spend this, spend your money, and then sell items and things like that. You're actually interacting with the game world, which is definitely really cool. It's something that I think kind of got lost. Take a picture of Moo, or Mo as he's called.
Okay,
Who's a giant cow guy who wears sunglasses.
Hey, Paige, you here to throw down a few? First one's on me.
Gonna take a picture of this rat bastard guy. He's probably not a rat, but
Splendid. Okay, your roll of film is finished. Good. I'll transfer a pearl to you,
oh
Jake.
cool, I get a second pearl. Nice.
And I'll recharge your film.
She always says recharge your film like she's doing you a favor. Like, I mean, it's in her favor really to recharge your film. Although you think I'd be able to recharge it myself. I've got 5 pearls now. That means there's other things I could unlock. Oh, this needs a code. I don't have a code. So this guy, you can play him and win pearls off him in this game, which is awful. I don't like this game, so we're not going to do it if we can avoid it at all. There's another rat guy there. But you see he's got a code there on the table, and you can read it. It says B1G5, B4G5, something like that. And essentially the whole idea behind that is, if you walk up to him and try and look at the code, like if you get close enough to talk to him, what he'll do is he'll stamp his hand down on it, so you can't read it. And they're both assholes to you. There you go. So he's got his code. That does unlock one of the doors here. I think it's a door that it unlocks here. But the idea is that you can go up here and grab a photo of the code.
Step right up, little lady. Come try your luck at peepers.
So it's B4G5. There you go. See? Nice little details like that. Interacting with the environment. I don't remember which door it's for. B4G5. Also, this menu is fantastic. It just works. So it's not for that door. I hope I actually remember the code properly. Just B4G5. Yeah, I did. Good. Okay, yeah, anyway, so it is for one of these doors, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this menu thing is fantastic as well. Look at how quick you can just do it. Like, considering you're using an analog stick, it's a good way to do door code. Here, this is the room that it's in. And you could steal all his shit just because he's mean to you, I guess. There we go, he's got a pearl. And we take it.
Sorry, Rufus. I may seem a little pushy, but Hillis needs this more than you do.
That's nice, because you're not actually working for our section yet. You don't know how big a deal it is. Oh, so his family has been stolen by by the Doms. He was going to work with the Irish section and try and steal stuff back from the thing. I mean, really, it's kind of horrible. This is Peepers, so this is the guy who I'm here to see. Yeah. Then you say this to him.
Identification.
Safe and sound in its precious shell. Place your bets. And you get your ticket.
I'll let you have room 3. I'm sure you'll like it. There's a beautiful old locker. I suggest you take a look at it.
Oh, look at all the secret spy stuff that's going down. Aren't we cool? spin the ticket. Hey, do you know what game stole this? Actually, Skyrim ended up using this mechanic for their game, but they only used it on the dragon key things that you use to open doors, and then they just they did the same thing everywhere and thought that it was clever. To be fair, this game kind of does the same thing. It gives you these tickets for things. M4 F7, that's a good one. So that's a mechanic that made it out of this game, even if it was only into Skyrim, like years later. It's kind of mad, actually. Was it V7? I think it was V7. I'll probably get it wrong the first time now because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I got it wrong. Okay. Oops. Need to read the code. Give me a second. How do I do that again? Menu, mail, objectives and maps, SAC, room tree ticket, info, M for F7, F7. Okay. FV, it's the same to me, I guess. For F7. You think that it would save the code, but it doesn't. It wants you to look at the ticket and do it yourself, you know. And I wonder what this is. It's a secret door, of course. And now we've made our way to the secret den of the Iris group. Starring that guy, Morpheus.
Introduce you to Jade, our new agent. I was hoping you'd make it. Come closer. This is May, editing and distribution of our newspaper, Iris. Nino, radio operator, transmissions, and tireless poster sticker.
Hey.
On these screens, you can see the majority of our correspondents. They operate all over the universe for more than 13 different systems. You already know Peepers. It was his idea to offer you the job. He knew you would complete the test successfully.
You'd have to be blind not to see it.
Haha!
With talent.
Jokes.
Now listen up, Jade.
By blind people.
Momentum. Dom's bomb has exploded in the canal. Obviously, the Alpha sections have sealed off the sector. They've embarked everyone there.
To take care of them, right?
No hospital has received any victims, Jade. The governor of Hill has contacted us as soon as she heard the news. She's willing to help us, but her HQ is under surveillance. You can help us to save these people, Jade. Nino, give us a brief on the situation.
Here's what we know. The victims are kidnapped by Alpha Section agents. They are then taken to the Neutrophils factory. Shuttles are then used to take them to the old slaughterhouses. And from there, they are loaded into military cruisers headed for the...
See, they already know pretty much everything.
We don't know what they're forced to suffer. None of our agents have ever returned from these cursed places. 4 days ago, we lost contact with Double H in the Neutrophils factory. He was our best agent. And friend. Double H was supposed to have brought back proof of the Dom's traffic. His last photos are terrifying.
A spirit eater.
We need someone to take over the mission, Jade. You can refuse.
Continue.
We need proof. 1, you get inside the Neutrophils factory. 2, you take pictures of the Alpha sections and their victims. You'll be in constant contact with May. She'll broadcast your photos as quickly as she receives them. People must know the truth.
Yeah, I'd like to know too. Like who's actually telling the truth in all of this?
See, she's skeptical. She doesn't trust these guys. Maybe they're not telling the truth.
Certain doors for you. Good luck.
It's nice.
Well done, Yade.
Great. And that just unlocks some doors for us.
I put it over there. Everything is explained in detail.
I'll take it, but I probably won't look at it. Yep. Instead, what I'll do is I'll take a photo with this cat lady.
Great, I can start a backup.
Because she already has a photo of, you know, people. Has photos of people. She's like, great, I could just keep this, I guess, for myself.
Jade, you'll have to pick a code name to sign your articles with.
Shawnee.
So Shawnee is what the big alien monster kept talking to her. Once again, this is the subplot that doesn't go anywhere because they were probably going to go into it in the sequel. Although who knows, maybe they never actually came up with anything and had a plan. But I'm assuming they did, because it seems very specific, all these sorts of details that they have. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Ah, the bar theme song. Gotta love it. Now Paige is going to be very worried. We can talk to him about it.
Here.
Give him the K-Puffs. And then I'll have a save the game again. Why not? While I'm here. Sweet. So let's see. Oh, I've been going for quite a while actually. Is the game saved? You know, I think I'll call it around there for now. That seemed to go really well. Just head back out into the pedestrian district. Yeah, it's good. Alright, well guys, that's it for me for now, and we'll get back to this, I think, because it's going so well, clearly. And I'll talk to you next time. See you then.